surfing in general is a philosophy and lifestyle that I've based my life upon. It's always been just such a point of therapy for me to surf, to swim, to be in the ocean. Like, that's where my home is, ultimately, the ocean. I truly think that surfing kept me focused. It was my outlet through being a kid and through high school, college, and it's what brought me out to California.
It's another day in my life.
Would you rather be here or in the office?
You know the answer to that question. I don't really know where to start, but it's this is California Surf Co. in a nutshell. Very humble beginnings. Just we have a tent here for our pop-ups, weights, sign, and clothes in all the different sizes that we offer. I ship it out, and it's pretty much.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
5 years, I really hope to have like one flagship store. Like I said before, I'm really not trying to grow to be massive, but I would love one shop.
Are you happy with where you're at right now?
Yeah, I think that's what my saving grace is just like, for me to grow as much as I have in this last year. I can't be, I'm sure there's a lot more room to grow, but at the same time I'm very content with where I am right now.
Are you happy that you did this?
Absolutely. I wouldn't change a thing, seriously.
Before I started this company, I was working a lot, and I was gaining more interest in the surf industry, and it was my dream to work in it. But I was having trouble finding the door, you know, like the one chance that I would get from someone to go on, so I just created the door.
Down further that way?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Mark first told me he was starting a new company and quitting his job, I was honestly kind of nervous for him. Generally, when people start a new business, it's not always super successful right off the gate, and it's just nice to have that security of that, you know, financial blanket. To just jump into it is definitely a massive risk.
For me, like I was a little scared for him just because like I'm more of the comfortable or the need to have a steady job kind of person, and you know, obviously a lot goes into starting up a company, and but it sounded like he did his research and, you know, knew what he wanted to do. He had a passion and like knew the direction he wanted to take the company, and I think because he had a good idea and a good mentality about it, he was going to be successful. And you know, over a year later, he's doing well, going strong. I'm happy for him.
My initial thoughts were, I was all for it because it was a creative endeavor, but it was also a low moment because he quit his job, and I was like, well, how the hell are you gonna pay rent And so he scrambled everything he could to try to get this t-shirt business going.
I would have had more concrete plans from the beginning. It was more of just inspiration, going for it, and then executing it a couple months later. But everybody approaches things differently, and everything's just fallen into place for him, and he's had really great ideas, and the company has proven to grow in the past year. So I mean, it's just one of those things where you approach it differently, and I feel like it almost fits for a surf company.
Explain what it is.
Today we're doing a pop-up shop down at, we're here at Venice Boardwalk, doing a little pop-up. I do pop-ups in a lot of different places, ranging from, you know, farmers markets to retail markets, pretty much wherever I can get a space for a day. I don't have a physical store because it's just like too much on my margins with like me just starting up. So the way I do face-to-face, you know, direct marketing is through pop-ups and getting involved with different events and stuff like that. So today we're doing a little pop-up. It should be fun.
I don't have the aspiration to be this massive scale company. What I find out of this is personal fulfillment, and I want to build a brand model that's philanthropic and leaves a certain mark.
When Mark first started his business, he was absolutely killing it. Everybody was super excited on his mission and what he was about and loved his product. But there gets to a point where you need to find a new clientele. And the toughest part of Mark's journey has been finding that new clientele.
I think it's really important in the early stages of a company that you need the most cash possible to build a company. So you still need to find ways of making it happen when, you know, the brand presence is building but sales aren't through the roof yet. So I put all of this on my credit card or cash that I saved up for it. So I invested my life savings plus some. And my mom, she's very supportive of it. But at the same time, she's just like, you need a job with health insurance and, you know, a 401k option, and you need to think of your future. Meanwhile, I'm liquidating my IRA to put into this.
My plan was that I designate a portion of time to really building the brand, you know? But I didn't want to have to stress the company financially. So then I was offered a position, full-time marketing and consulting for e-com brands. And it just meant that I had to be more disciplined with when I designated my time for my company and working on that. So it's just a different mindset, really. So like, I want to build this company. I want to sustain it. I want it to be my life's work. I want nothing more than to grow with this company and for the surf community in general in California to continue to grow. Alex, you're always great. I think this brand has taken on so many just a collection of really happy moments over the last year. Like, sometimes I'm just in awe when I get to do photo shoots with my friends. And I'm like, this is my job. Like, this is what I get to do. This is what I'm passionate about. And, you know, seeing my babe of a girlfriend rock one of my shirts and I get to, like, work with her as a model. You know, I think things like that I get really stoked about. How much I've surfed and gotten to travel because of starting this brand. I think that's something that's really cool. With every partnership that I make, it's just fantastic. I'm really lucky. I'm really lucky.
I know it's a little crazy to put all this money and effort in when I'm not going to see an immediate return, or may never see a return at all, but I'm okay with building this as slowly as possible for as long as it takes, because it's my passion. So, of course, one day I want to be able to work a little less and surf a little more. And it takes me putting up 60 hours of work now, each week, to make it happen. So be it.